Friendships are complicated. We know them, we love them, we can't live without them. But God knows sometimes they're very difficult. Alright, so friendships are important. We all know this. I stand by this, I live by this, I believe in the power of friendships. I love my friends. My friends are a very important part of who I am, the way that I live, the way that I interact with the world. My friends are just, they're my heartbeats. Friendships for me do mean a lot. I do form close bonds with the people that I do call my friends, and I would do absolutely anything and everything for the people that I love. And so I know the importance of friendship, but I also know that friendships do come with a lot of responsibility and sometimes a lot of struggles, a lot of weight, a lot of heartbreak. I know, I've been there. Actually, I tried to film a story time about a friendship that kind of went south for me and it didn't work out. So maybe that was God just saying, Brittany, it's not, no, let's not share that. But ever since I was like little, like I loved my friends. Like I invested in my friendships. My friends were like everything for me. Like I would do anything for them. And grow, especially like getting into my late teens, early 20s, like friendships have become so much more important. My circle has become smaller, but my small circle has become such a deep-rooted relationship. It has become quite an important aspect of who I am. And I'm learning to appreciate quality over quantity. I have few friends. I know a lot of people, but I have a few friends. But those friendships do mean the most to me. Mean the most to me? They mean a lot. And I did go through like a bad friendship breakup, which was what my story time was about. And this person was like my everything, like my best friend. We went through hell and high waters together. We had such a deep relationship. We had such history. And said person, who we'll call Bob just decided that, you know what, Brittany, you're not important to me anymore. Oh, I can laugh about it now, but promise me, I cried. I was like, why don't you love me? Why don't you need me? I still love you. You're still my best friend. And then, I mean, time went on and I got over it. Still love that person. Still wish them the best, and I still support them from a distance. But it really, that whole experience taught me that it's good to invest in friendships. It's good to love on people and to be there, but to remember that people just get up and switch on you. Like, honestly, just get up one day and decide, like, yeah, we have all this history, we have all of this solid foundation that we built as friends, and well, I don't want to continue investing in this anymore. And unfortunately, you just gotta take the L and say, all right, cool, let's move on. Okay, so I just wanted to say that as you get older, your friendships change. And that's not a bad thing, because one thing that I had to learn to accept was that we're all becoming adults now, Brittany, and everybody has their own life. I have friends who are married. I have friends who now have kids. I have friends who are now building businesses or getting employed and just, doing their own thing. And so they don't have the same time that they used to have. I don't have the same time that I used to have to text all the time, to call and to video chat and to just go out and have fun. Also, you're getting older, so you don't got money to just like throw away. Anyways, you don't have money to just throw away like that. You're building a future, you're planning for life, you're saving, you're paying off that student debt, you are investing in cars and houses and families and kids. It's stressful, okay? And so as you get older, I think that's important for you to realize that your friendships will change, but that is not a bad thing, because that means that you're growing, you're maturing, and you are going somewhere in life, hopefully in a good direction, to a better place than where you were or are currently. But to just be understanding and to allow people space to grow and to be and to experience life on their own. Okay, so this is directly speaking to me. Not all friendships are lifelong friendships. No matter how close you are right now, no matter what you guys have been through, no matter how much you invested in that relationship, there is still room for it to just go away, to just end, or to just fall apart, to be honest. And that's hard. Let me tell you, my friendships that have fallen apart, there's not many of them. And there's one that really, to this day, like, if I think about it too much, like, honestly, I'll cry. And I swore that that friendship was going to last forever. Like, I already was just like, all right, you're gonna be a part of my wedding, you know, you're gonna be the godfather to my children, you know, we're gonna vacation together, like, we're gonna get our husband and our wives together. What? We're gonna come together with our respective spouses and just live, and our kids will be friends. Like, I had all these plans, and now I'm just sitting there looking at said person, and I'm like, dang, like, you do you, boo. You just continue out there living life, doing great things, being with a great person. Just continue doing you, and honestly, I'll just continue doing me over here. And there's love, there's support, but it's not what it was. And if anybody had told 13, 14, 15-year-old Brittany that by 22 this person is going to not be an important person in your life, or not be as involved in your life, I'd have been like, you don't know what you're talking about, you don't understand the relationship that we have. And I just realized, like, friendships are very fragile, and as people grow, like, they don't see you as a necessity anymore, and they'll just be like, all right, deuces, I'm out. And that's okay. Like, I had to learn that that's okay. That doesn't mean that they're a horrible person. That doesn't mean that I'm not worth, you know, a good friend, or I'm not worth investing in or putting that effort and time into. It just means that for that person, like, they've received what they needed from our relationship, and in all honesty, it's just time for them to move on. And it sounds horrible, it sounds just ugh, but it's the reality of the situation. God wants us to have friends, you know. Jesus had friends. He had 12 of them. He had more, but 12 best friends, we'll call them. Well, I mean, Judas did do some shady things, but, you know, he was still Jesus's friend. And okay, and it's like, it's hard sometimes to make friends. I know that when I moved to Canada, I struggled in making friends. Like, I was not making friends for a while. Like, I had friends in high school, but we weren't close. Like, I didn't feel connected to them. And I also always felt like there was such a cultural difference. Like, I didn't understand their lifestyle, they didn't understand mine. I was having a hard time coping and adjusting, and I wasn't into a lot of the things that they were into. Like, it was just hard. And it wasn't until, like, I hit university that I started making, like, genuine friends. Like I spent 3 years in high school here, and I can say that I had a friend that I was like best friends with. Like, there wasn't anybody that I felt really connected with. And that's not to say that I didn't meet some great people, because I did. I had great relationships with people, but I just didn't connect with anybody as I connect with my friends now. And I will say, during that time, like, it was hard. Like, I cried, I felt alone, I regretted moving here sometimes. Like, it was a hard period of time for me. And I feel like now, because I went through that, I appreciate my friendships a lot more. I invest in them a lot more. I'm ensured to remember the important things, their birthdays, what they like, favorite colors, just things like that. Because having had been through a period of time where I felt like nobody was taking the time to invest in a relationship with me, nobody was taking the time to really get to know me, it sucks. And we all want to feel special, we all want to feel loved. And as much as I can be that person that allows for somebody else to feel that, like, I want to do that. I want people to know that their birthdays are special, because I mean, it's the day you were brought into this world. And if you're my friend, I'm forever grateful of the fact that you were brought into this world. I want people to know that yes, I care about the music that you listen to. I may not want to jam out to it, but you know, I'll listen. I'll nod along. I may judge you, but you know, like, I'll remember that, oh, you like this weird song, you know, or your favorite color is, or I'll pick up on the quirky things that you say or you keep repeating. And that's just how I show people that I care, that I love them. It's by remembering the small things, remembering the details that people tend to overlook. But those details are usually what makes a person who they are. It's what adds uniqueness to a person. And trust me, like, when a person remembers the small things about you, like, it makes you feel so good. It makes you feel so loved and so appreciated. All right. You are beautiful, you are loved, you are enough. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to like and subscribe and share it with somebody that you think could use this information. I will see you next Sunday for my next video.